Hi, this is Cora Stack here again. I want to thank everybody for following this YouTube channel. I'm so appreciative. I'm deeply appreciative of the support that you all have given me, and I'm very cognizant of your comments and the ones that get a lot of the likes. That they agree with the comments. That's incredible. I mean, it's given me incredible insight into the kind of pulse of the nation, and I hear it. I go, we'll say, to the hairdresser and places like that, and I hear the same stories. So this is not made up. This is very real concern about Irish democracy and about the state of the nation. So this none of this is all what I've been hearing. Going around listening to everybody's story, and it seems to have really been when I read all the posts and the comments, I can see it all. It's crystal clear that this is not just a pattern or that I'm noticing in the local area here where I live. It's right throughout Ireland and beyond, that the concerns that I'm expressing on articulating on behalf of the people that are commenting, but also that I would completely empathise with, and I struggle with being in the squeeze middle as well, and ask the same questions. I'm a truth teller. I try to. I mean, we all have. It's not that I try to deceive people. We're all struggling in this kind of so-called democracy, and it's trying to find out the reasons why people are really struggling, and they are really disillusioned with the political establishment at the moment, and it seems to me that I've kind of discovered a major issue here, and it's major, really. It's not minor. It's major. If you're playing the piano. As I used to be a good athlete as well. We don't tell anyone how we win the race. We keep that very close to our chest. So there's no guarantees in law, that's for sure. And it very much depends on the judge and the relationship that somebody has with the judge. But Judge Michael O'Higgins, it was absolutely so much. In tune with what was going on, clearly, with the local elections, and it was so much more for the ordinary person that I kind of represented. Really understood the struggles that we are facing, and he was absolutely fantastic. And but you can meet one judge one day, another judge another day, and well, there's a few like him in the courts. There's a few like Michael O'Higgins, but obviously, he's one of the he talked about fairness and balance, and that's really what we need. We need a combination of fairness and balance. I'd like to see myself in the same ilk, fair and balanced, and that's where I like to position myself. And so I was lucky to meet someone of similar kind of mindset, and as I say, I think he missed the whole. He didn't quite miss it, but he the whole issue with the protective disclosure. But that's because they're of the fact that they're kind of being barred from dealing with protective disclosures. That's absolutely outrageous, in my opinion. So I can see it. I can see the real sting here. But it's really for the courts. It's I think it's alleged subversion of the courts. So I can't see the courts being happy about this. But who has I'm the first to whistle blow on this. So because I can't see it anywhere else in the media and all of the opposition parties when this act was amended, that anybody spotted, including senior members of the Labour Party, which is very disappointing. And I can't see it in any of the media reports. This at all. This major flaw about the prohibited, that the Commissioner's office is prohibited from referring any protective disclosure of serious public interest to the courts for their scrutiny, and that is absolutely outrageous in my opinion, and that is a subversion of the rights of the ordinary citizen and democracy, in my humble opinion. So that's really where I've been trying to figure out this puzzle for years and years, why the Whistleblowing Act is so poor. We're seeing all these people now reporting to the EU about the way they've been mistreated following, reports of whistleblowing nature making these kind of disclosures, and that's crystal clear. It isn't really worth the paper it's written on. It's not worth the paper it's written on. I mean, this must be the case given that there's so many complaints about the whistleblowing. The treatment of whistleblowing in Ireland, and we saw Prime Time Investigates a few years ago. It was shocking the amount of money people paid to defend themselves. The law really wasn't supporting them at all, and the original law was really strong in its protections. But I suppose when they saw how strong it was, they really rushed to kind of was in favour of the worker, inverted commas, or it was 50-50. I thought it was very much 50-50. I didn't think it was no one way or the other. But now it's certainly very much skewed in favour of the employer, inverted commas. That's very unfortunate because it weakens, as I said earlier in one of my speeches there, it seriously weakens democracy, accountability, transparency, and certainly undermines the role of the courts and the judiciary in the oversight of protective disclosures legislation.